dead man's toe and a dead man's toe. Dead man's toe and make it a fresh one. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you do not know who I am, or you have forgotten who I am, hi, hello, my name is Deborah Jen, and it is so good to see you around these parts. Today, if you can't tell by 1, the title of the video, and 2, of this getup, we are turning ourselves into Sarah Sanderson from Hocus Pocus. Just a bunch of hocus pocus. Like a sexy Sarah Sanderson, you know? We're not making ourselves ugly today. We want it to be beautiful so the boys would love us.
I am beautiful. Boys will love me.
So that's what we did. We did this nice smoky eye using this really pretty palette from 𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐌𝐏𝐒, 𝐒𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐿𝐿. I will link all of the products I used today in this video in the description below, including the costume. So if you want to recreate this look, you sure can. And remember to tag me on Instagram if you do at Deborah_Jen, and I will repost you to my stories. Other than that, if you haven't subscribed, you might as well subscribe. But let's get right into this video, and I'll take you away into a land of beauty. Okay, so we've already gotten the party started on this eye, so shall we get the party started on this eye? I've already prepped my eye with the 𝐒𝐶 All About That Base Shadow Primer in Nude, and I did not set the base with any powders. We're gonna go right on top of the wet base so we can get the most beautiful color payoff, honey. I'm also going to be using this beautiful 𝐒𝐶 palette, the 𝐒𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐿 palette. How absolutely beautiful are these colors? This is under $15, you guys. This palette here, under $15, and you get 28 shades. Wait, 24 shades. Oh my God, I know math. And you can save money as usual with the code DeborahJen on all 𝐒𝐶Beauty.com purchases. Their eyeshadow formula is so smooth and buttery. I didn't have a single problem blending out the eye over here, so let's just go ahead and get into this eye, shall we? I'm gonna be going first into this color Hearts Have Beats. So I'm gonna take that and just press that into like a half moon shape around the eye, right into the crease area. If you have hooded eyes like me, the way you can find your crease is by tilting your head and just kind of following the outline of your eyeball socket. This can be a little sloppy. It doesn't really matter at this point. I mean, you don't want to get too crazy with it, you feel me? But we have room to clean it up. Okay, now I'm gonna blend that out with some of this shade Totally My Jam. And I'm gonna use a Morphe M456 brush and just start dusting that to blend it upwards. Matya. Now I'm gonna pick up some of this dusty light mauve color, My Melody. And I'm gonna pick that up with a Morphe M433 brush and use that to create a nice gradient at the top of the shadow. Okay, now I'm just gonna repeat all those steps just to make sure I have the most color payoff possible. Honestly, it looks pretty poppin' now, but I always just wanna go in and make sure we're really coming through with those colors. So back into that purple shade, Hearts Have Beats, swirling it into the crease. Oh, look how pretty that is. Back into the red shade, Totally My Jam. Like totally, for sure. Boom, 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 swirly, swirly, swirly. And I'm not gonna pick up any more color, just gonna pick up the same brush I used with that light mauve shade and dust out the top edge. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, the essential part when you're doing a smoky eye that's as dark as this is to make sure you have a nice bit of black shadow blended out in the crease so you don't get harsh lines. Milady, I almost forgot this step when I was doing this eye, and I was like, why is it looking crusty? And then I remembered I used my noggin. So I'm gonna go into this beautiful rich black shade here called Sharp Note. And I'm gonna take that on my Smith 230 brush. This is the only brush I've found that works for this step, and I couldn't live without this brush, let me tell you. So I'm just gonna take this in with a light hand. Dust that right into the crease. You don't wanna take this color up too high because then you're gonna mess up the nice purple shading we've got going. So I would start on the low side and then work your way up versus starting high and working down. You can always go higher. You can't take away once you've already laid it down. Now it's time to really make this eye smokin'. I am going to use a black eyeshadow base. I'm going in today with the P. Louise Bada Black base. And I'm gonna pick that up on a flat concealer brush and just smear that all over the lid, my dear. And this black base will give you such a rich, dark, smoky eye. Certainly not for the faint of heart. And you want to take this up literally as high as you would if you were doing a cut crease. So if you want to like blink to see how high that should go, you can do that. Or you can just follow the outline of your eyeball socket. We don't want to bring it up too high. We certainly don't want to bring it up as high as the black shadow we blended up in the crease. So don't get too crazy, but you don't have to keep it too low. See, you want to be able to see it when you're looking straight forward. Now I'm going to cover that black base with the same matte black shadow we used from the 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐿 Musical palette. And I'm going to pick that up with my Morphe M205 brush, just a flat shader brush. And I'm just tapping this shadow all over the lid to cover up that base. We certainly don't want the tacky base to just be floating about all loosey-goosey. Once the lid is completely covered in shadow, we can kind of use the edge of that brush to do small, tiny little circular blending motions right around the edge to make sure there's no harsh line of demarcation. Now I'm gonna pick up that Smith 230 brush again, the one we used to diffuse some black into the crease, and just go over that edge again to make sure everything is blended nice and smoothly. We do not want any harsh lines, my dear. That's the theme of this video, no harsh lines. And you see we have a lot of fallout happening. That's really typical for a smoky eye. So you never want to do a smoky eye after your foundation. Oh my God, I wouldn't be caught dead doing something crazy like that. Whew, we are looking smoky.
Smoking!
Now I'm just gonna pick up that brush we used to blend out some of these purple and mauve shadows earlier, just to make sure we got a really perfect blend out here. Okay, now an essential part in any eye makeup look, but especially a dark smoky eye like this one, is to tight line the lash line so you don't see any like skin peeking out. That ghastly skin, my dear. So I'm just gonna go into my Sigma gel liner in the color Wicked and take that on my Sigma E06 brush and just make sure that there's no pesky skin spots poking about. Okay, now that the eyes are looking smoky, I am going to go clean up some of this fallout off camera and then get ready to do the face. Yeah, boy, howdy. Yeehaw. I'm smoking. Wrong character. Okay, now since we're doing a lot of 𝐒𝐓𝐀 products today, let's just keep using 𝐒𝐓𝐀 products because honestly, they're the best. They're affordable. I love them. And you can use code DEBRAJAN if I haven't said that enough times. So let's prime the face with the 𝐒𝐓𝐀 Prime and Glow Face Illuminator. It's anti-aging and brightening. So TBH, I mean, you know, Sarah Sanderson can get as much anti-aging products as she needs because she's like 300 some years old at this point, you know what I mean? She needs all the help she can get. Ooh, that might be too much. Ooh, okay, Deborah, you used a little too much product there. Got a little too heavy-handed. Well, we are gonna be glowing from within. We'll just say that, you know, we put a spell on ourselves to make ourselves look younger. So of course we'll be glowing. I mean, hello. Oh yeah, you can totally see that glow that this gives you on camera. And then it's so subtle once you cover it up with foundation. It's just amazing. Now I'm gonna go into my Skin Assurance foundation from 𝐒𝐓𝐀. This is a shade lighter than I usually go, maybe even 2 shades lighter, but like I said, I've been dead for 300 years, so we're gonna be pretty pale. I love this foundation formula. It's full coverage without being cakey. It's literally perfection, and everything that 𝐒𝐓𝐀 sells is so affordable, you guys. I don't honestly think they have anything over $15 on their whole site. But their foundation and their concealer and their powders, oh my God, my favorite of all time. Ooh, and we are looking pale. Girl, this foundation is the perfect color for this look. I definitely wanted to look a little more pale than normal. We're looking a little bit deceased with this shade, you know what I'm saying? I'm beautiful, boys will love me. Just bringing that down the neck. And on the ears, you don't want to forget the ears. And on my nice little pimple here, I was kind of upset about the pimple, but then I was like, you know, I'm doing a Sarah Sanderson makeup look. It'll just add to like the ugly, even though, you know, Sarah Sanderson is beautiful. Boys will love her. Okay, now I'm going into my 𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐌𝐏𝐒 Stay Assurance Concealer. Again, you can use code DeborahJen. This is in the color Pearl. We be looking white, we be looking ghostly, we be looking witchy. This concealer formula is everything. So we're pretty much doing the face like we normally would, except for like in a paler color. Okay, now when we're blending the concealer under the eyes, we want to be careful not to mess up the edges of the shadow. You don't want to mess up our hard work, my dear. Just going to dab that out with a brush just to make sure I don't mess up our shadow. We be looking white, boy. Okay, now I'm going to set my face with my 𝐒𝐓𝐀 Luxe Pro Powder in Porcelain. You can see this is very well loved. I'm almost out. Okay, now that I have lightly set the face with a light dusting of powder, I am going to bake under the eyes. I have found that not only does baking after a light setting of powder make me have the smoothest under eyes ever, but it also helps prevent my makeup from smudging down below. So, bake we shall. And I'm just using that same powder to bake. Okay, now while I bake, I'm gonna go do my brows off camera, and I'll be right back. Come, little children, I'll take you away. Come, little children, I'll take thee away. Okay, now our face is almost done. I am going to contour a little bit. We're trying to be a sexy Sarah Sanderson, you know what I mean? Not like an ugly witch completely. So we're gonna contour, and the only contour shade that I have that is light enough when I am this pale, although it still may be a little dark, is the 𝐒𝐓𝐌𝐏𝐒 contour in New Rules. I'm going to take that in first on my Sigma E38 brush. You can use code DeborahJen on these brushes and use that to contour my nose. And I'm just going to contour as normal. From here on out, I'm going to be doing pretty much my normal makeup routine. I'm not going to use blush or anything because like I don't want to look too alive. Just doing some contour to make sure I don't look grotesque. I mean, we do want to be beautiful so that the boys will love us. You feel me? Now I'm going to contour the cheeks. This is a Benefit contour brush. Just contouring all over the face, on the forehead and chin. Again, we're going for like a sexy Sarah Sanderson look, you feel me? Now I'm just baking with my 𝐒𝐓𝐀 Luxe Pro Powder and a Morphe E47 brush. Okay, now that we're done baking, it's time for the under eyes. And I already finished this eye, so let's finish this eye. I'm being too Winifred and not enough Sarah. I'm sorry. I'm beautiful. Boys will love me. Let's finish this eye. Okay, we're gonna go back into the black shadow. Taking that in on a Morphe M326 brush. I'm just going to press that right into the lower lash line. We don't want to get this color too low, just keep it right on the lash line. Going into that purple shade, Hearts Have Beats now. And I'm taking that in on a Morphe E36 brush, just to start smoking out that lower lash line and bringing all the same colors we used up top onto the bottom. Now I'm going to use this reddish color, Totally My Jam. And I'm taking that on a Morphe E18 brush, just to smoke that out even further. And you want to connect it to the outer corner out here so it all blends together quite nicely, my dear. Bada bing, bada boom. I've got to stop saying that in videos. I don't know why I keep saying it. Anyways, to highlight the inner corner, I'm going into the 𝐒𝐓𝐀 White Goddess Highlighter and taking that on a Sigma E30 brush. And I'm just going to dab that right in the inner corner. Boom, 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 boom. Gonna pop on a bit of mascara and let that dry a little bit while we do our lips. Okay, now we don't want to forget the iconic mole she has. Let's just put one right there. It looks good enough. I'm gonna just dot on this mole with some eyeliner. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my favorite new liquid lipstick formula, the 𝐒𝐓𝐀 Lip Lock Mask Proof Lipstick. You don't even need to use a lip liner with it because the doe foot applicator is literally perfect. So you can just line your lips with that. And this stuff is comfortable, It's long wearing. It literally does outlast your mask. And it's got like, I swear it's a little bit plumping. I don't know if it's claiming to be plumping. Oof, I love it. So this is the color Hope and Love. I hope to find some children, and I would love to suck their blood. Oh my god, this color is absolute perfection for Sarah Sanderson. Not to mention, it's also really pretty. Honestly, this lipstick has been my go-to lately. If you catch me out in these streets wearing lipstick, I'm probably wearing this 𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐌𝐏𝐒 lipstick. Bada bing, bada boom. Now I'm gonna go off camera, put on my lashes. I don't know why I stroked my chin. I'm gonna put on my lashes. I'm gonna put on my lashes, get my costume on, my wig, you know, get the whole thing going. So, be right back to steal your children. Okay, you guys, this is the finished look. And I'm ready to steal all your children and lure them into my homes with my beauty. My utter beauty. Okay, I am not an actress, so I apologize. That wasn't really in the character of Sarah Sanderson. Here's one more. I'm beautiful! Boys will love me! So, anyways, that is about it for this video. If you haven't already subscribed, well, what are you waiting for? You might as well subscribe. All of my social media will be linked in the description below. I'm at Deborah_Jen on Instagram and TikTok. So why don't you follow me there? And other than that, it's time for the question of the day. The question of the day is, would you eat a dead man's toe? Dead man's toe and a dead man's toe. Dead man's toe and make it a fresh one.
Dead man's toe and make it a fresh one.
Dead man's toe.
No, the real question is, who's your favorite character in Hocus Pocus? Honestly, my favorite character is Winifred. I mean, queen, am I right? She's a queen. If you guys haven't already, I did also do a Winifred Sanderson makeup tutorial, so make sure you go check that out. I had even more fun filming that one just because her character is like, she's a star. I freaking love her. Can relate. Thank you, Max, for that marvelous introduction. She's very witchy and bitchy, just like me. So, you know, of course she's my favorite. I'll put a spell on you. She was just such a fun character to play. I want to find more Halloween costumes like that with really fun characters. So if you know any, drop that in the comments below. But other than that, I think it's time to go. So anyways, I will catch you in my next video. I've been doing weekly uploads. I just want to, you know, toot my own horn a little bit. So I will see you next week. And thank you so much for watching. Bye. Come, little children, I'll take you away into my cave of beauty. I keep messing up the words. I can never remember them. But anyways.